Hey everybody, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. My name is Gabriella. For anybody new tuning in, welcome to the channel. So the first two cards we have out are the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe you may be getting help getting something started. Some of you, you're giving somebody help getting something started here. You could also be helping yourself with something too. Having Page of Pentacles can be needing to sort of do the footwork with something, and it can feel like the beginning. Page of Pentacles can also be about like getting organized with something as well here, or like starting off tiny with something that's going to grow into like a bigger thing for you. I'm seeing Temperance on the bottom of the deck, so whether you're giving somebody the assist or you're helping yourself or somebody else is helping you, being patient with this process is going to go a long way here with Temperance. This means like it may start off tiny, but having the Ace of Pentacles, there's so much room for this to grow, and it looks like it's a new chapter for you. I'm seeing you feel excited here. Yeah, this is something that you're motivated to go towards. Some of you, this is a business related thing, or like your resources are connected with this. I'm seeing the Knight of Wands here, and I'm also seeing the Fool here. So this is about you like experimenting and seeing where things go. It's about like really trusting your gut. To have these two cards here, like both the Knight of Wands and also the Fool are very adventurous, open energies of like, I want to explore, I want to see how this goes, I'm just gonna like trust this feeling that I have, or like go off of my intuition. And it's about just sort of like seeing what happens. And so going into this with that type of attitude is definitely going to be helpful. This feels like an energetic check-in reading. Like for those of you that you have something like special that you're working on, or that you're getting started, or like a new endeavor of yours, I'm seeing it maybe something where like it's a tiny thing now with the page here, but it's something that, because we have this ace, it could really grow into something huge for you. So there's like so much promise here with what you're doing, and right now is just about like exploring this. I'm seeing it's something that like your passion is on board with this, or like your motivation, because of how the wands are set up. So there's like the practical side with the pentacles of like things materializing and happening, and then to have this Knight of Wands, this is just like, do the things that you feel most motivated to do. Like be practical, but also don't be too practical where you become rigid or regressive, or you're holding yourself back. This is about exploring, and to have the Fool here, like you're not meant to know what you're doing completely. This is like trying things out and trying things on and seeing what's working for you. And to have the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, like this is something that could be a long-term thing for you. Again, like resources can be connected. Your stability can be connected with this. Your money can be connected with this. Or it will be at some point. There can be an overlap for sure. This can also just be a goal of yours that you have that you're working towards. If there is anything that I'm hearing blow over, if there's anything right now that you feel like you're keeping up with or continuing where you're like, why am I still doing this? Now is the time to clear it out. It feels like a loose tooth that's barely hanging on with something that you may still be tending to. And it's that moment of like, you know that it's going to come out eventually, and it's so loose, sorry for like the vividness of this, but like this is the image that I'm getting. And you know how when you have a really loose tooth and you don't pull it out, as much as it can be scary to pull it out, it can like cause more pain long term by just leaving it there. So it's just like yank it out and get it over with. I feel like something has been kind of straggling along here and it's time to just yank it out. This is something that needs to end. This is something that needs to close. So I'm seeing like simultaneously, it looks like now you have like good footing here with something that you're beginning and that you're in the process of like discovering and exploring. I'm hearing discovery session. And I'm seeing also too, like now that it feels like there's a little bit of a foundation, even if it's not huge, I'm seeing you definitely have something underfoot here. So this means that because you're like on board with exploring this new chapter, it looks like it is time to cut something out, okay? So if there's something immediately that comes to mind where you're like, I knew that I was gonna end this eventually, it's just like, when is it time? When is it time? When is it time? Like, when do I maybe like flop over or switch over to this other thing? Now is the time to do that, okay? It may be hard to let go because some of you've been doing this for a while or it feels like a bit of a safety, but I'm getting that at this point, it's like causing more trouble than it is anything else, just like the loose tooth. So it's about just yanking it out at this point and letting this come to a close so you can give all of your energy and attention to this thing over here that you have going on. It's so you can channel all of your energy into this. So you're not losing it to something. It's like the analogy with the plant that's growing and you have a dead leaf, and if you don't prune the leaf, the energy is still going to be going into that, even though it's not growing, it's just gonna like suck it up. It's basically that needs to happen. Like this thing needs to be pruned. But it's something that you already have something in your head where you're like, oh, that's the thing. Like, I know what that is. So for those of you that you have that thing, now's the time to close that out. It's not necessarily an easy thing. Some of you I'm seeing, it's like a pain to continue this, but you may have your reasons for not ending it, but I'm seeing it needs to close. I'm getting your guides like side-eyeing you here about this. For some reason, it's like a challenge for you to end this. I feel like you have some attachment to this thing, even though you know it's gotta go. It's like when like one of your favorite clothing items like doesn't fit you anymore, or it's like really ratty and you need to get rid of it so you can like make room for the new stuff. And like it really seems like you have the means to. Your guides wouldn't be having you close this out unless it was really time, but it just needs to happen. Just get it over with. I feel like this is just giving you permission to close that out, whatever this is, that you can make the transition over. Yeah. Yep. I think that like you may look at this and see it as being a little bit risky, but it's actually not in the grand scheme of things, okay? Because you're meant to keep moving forward here. Because this new thing that you're starting, this new chapter that you're starting, it's going to be worth your while. And you may feel like this other thing that hasn't closed out yet, or that you've been like delaying closing out, that it's like not worth the energy anymore. Or like you don't, there can be a part of you that like doesn't so many reasons why this needs to close out. I'm getting just numerous reasons, and that's why there's not a specific reason. But the main point is that it's something that you know it needs to be closed out. And so, like, you need to go about doing this because you're gonna need your energy for this other stuff over here. Because I'm seeing, like, times are going to be, like, very, very abundant with this thing that you have going on and you, like, exploring things. Because we're ending, like, this part of the spread. You move from the Ten of Swords, which is you like bringing something to a close. I'm seeing the Nine of Wands, so this is kind of like a test to see if you're actually going to do it, if you'll do it now. It may feel like a bit of a karmic thing that you're moving through by needing to close this out. And then we have the Six of Swords, and so you're like then moving away from that. So it means you like close out that cycle, you complete that karmic test. I'm hearing assignment, then you keep moving forward, and then you move into the Nine of Pentacles. And this is you like actually getting to enjoy what it is that you've been like working for and exploring this next leg of the journey. I'm getting to, if you don't end this thing, because some of you may not be willing to do it yet, you don't have to, but I'm seeing your guide say it's going to be immensely helpful. So if you are really like, no, I'm really not willing to let it go, I'm seeing you can still like do the other stuff too, but what's being suggested is that you close out this thing that needs to be closed out anymore. That you may be, I'm getting this very specifically, like without a doubt, it's something that you may be holding on to that you know you're going to end it anyway. You just may have been like, when's the time? But the time is now to do this, okay? Or you're at least getting permission to do it now. It's being suggested to do it now. But you don't have to, but it's being suggested, okay? You get to do whatever you want. I'm just telling you what's like what the guidance is, but you can also remix that however you want, okay? Just get it over with. I'm seeing there be like a healing practice of the sort that's happening here. Something about healing that you've been working on is coming through. Clearing. Healing, clearing. Emotionally, energetically. Maybe doing something with that. I'm hearing intentional focus. I feel like there's like something cathartic that you're doing here that like you've been doing or that you've been working on. Because I'm seeing something that you've made a lot of progress with. It's like continuing to work on something here so it doesn't pop up later unexpectedly for you. Interesting. So I'm seeing that there's like some sort of conflict that's popping up. But the way that I'm seeing this posed for you is that you don't have to engage in this. And I don't know how this is going to come about exactly. I almost feel like this would be you not giving yourself a break with something, or like not allowing yourself to enjoy something, or like needing to make it more difficult than it actually is. You know, it's like one of those moments where you work hard for something and then you're enjoying it and you're like, I don't deserve to enjoy this. Like one of those moments. I'm seeing almost something like that where you may have something begin to pop up, but I'm getting that it's only because of like past conditioning that this would be popping up for you. It's almost like feeling guilty for something going well, or you like enjoying something. So just something here to watch out for. I'm seeing it's already like something that you've been addressing, but you may like find that popping up for you, but I'm seeing your guide say you don't have to engage in that. My hair just sticking up. So yeah, you don't have to you don't have to like play with it. You don't need to do anything with that. You can just like watch that come up and be like, oh, that's because of that. Like you don't really have to perpetuate it, we can say. I'm only seeing Uranus here. So this would be you like maybe getting a bit out of your comfort zone, taking a chance. And I'm seeing that things are coming through. You just need to be patient with this process here, because you're really like laying the groundwork at this point. I don't want to keep going and like draw this out because I feel like it's kind of short and sweet and to the point. So let's leave this here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.